to start, maybe I'll start with animation. I opened up some stuff up here. The animation activity, we're going to need, so I have on each of them what we might need. So for this one, we will need a phone and the ability to, yeah, good. I'll get into that stuff too in a minute. So for the animation one, we're going to need a phone, and we'll need the ability to load on Stop Motion Studio, which is it's a free app, so that's not a big deal. There are some in-app purchases. So I was saying yesterday, you probably won't be able to add music to it unless you export it and add music to it after, or unless you hold up the phone and record the music through a speaker, which isn't usually the best way to do it. I'm not sure how much the in-app purchases are. I think at some point my son was into the stop motion animation, and we purchased it for him. But we also, me being a comm tech teacher, I probably said, just download it and we'll add the music after. For stop motion, it works best if you have a tripod so that your phone isn't moving around. If you don't have a little phone tripod, I put in here a little thing. This is right from a stop motion book. Then you can build a little, out of a base plate and a couple pieces of Lego, a little phone tripod, and then you've got it set up there. You can just click the picture if you've got some Legos at your house. And cohort A is working on storyboards. If that storyboard program is slow, a quick storyboard will help you out. Then you know what scenes you want to kind of go through with your animation. Now, I'll show you the idea of an animation. Stop Motion Studio, what it does is it takes pictures and it arranges them into a movie. I have this in the background. This is just a Google slide, right? You can see down the side here, I have got about 24 slides, all of almost the same picture. So I'm going to start at 1, and I'm going to slowly, not too slowly, but I'm going to push through these slides. And if you watch the main slide there, we'll see what happens. Again, these are all pictures, right? So we're starting at 1. Or to 24. So this is only 24 pictures, which may seem like a lot. The faster you put that together, those pictures seem like that person and that bear are running around the tree there. And if I go back up, it looks like they're running backwards. But that's the idea of stop motion, is it's a whole bunch of pictures that you end up putting together to make it look like those Lego pieces are moving. Now, for this one, that's only 24 pictures, and if I were to turn this into a movie, that would be about 1, 2, 3 seconds. So 24 pictures for 3 seconds. That's why the move, like in the information up here for animation, there's some inspiration here. The inspiration is, here's some past student animations, but also here is a little documentary about the making of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Somewhere in there, they talk about how it took 3.5 years to put that movie together. And it was probably thousands and thousands of pictures. I don't know if it mentions in the movie how many pictures it actually took to put together. So that's why we're only aiming to try and make like a 30-second little movie here for animation, because it is going to take, if those 3 seconds was 24 pictures, it's going to take over, well, if we just times it by 10 for 30 seconds, it's going to take about 240 pictures. So that's a lot of pictures. That's why this stop motion studio here, and I linked it on the Google Play Store, it will, you open that up, and let me get to a picture where, and again, if this is all blurry, all these links are on our Google class. Here it is right here, the main scene, where you can see along the bottom kind of, there's all their pictures, and they move it a little bit, and they click the take a picture. They move it a little bit more, they take a picture. They move it a little bit more, they take a picture. So it sets it up really nice. You can just hit play in the end and watch it cycle. It'll do that cycling kind of like what I did through that Google Slides. It'll set that all up for you. And you can have it hang on one picture for a little bit longer if you want to. There's a whole bunch of stuff. You can add some effects. Here it shows them adding talking in the background. I believe talking is allowed, adding music is not, but you can play around with it there. This one is an example of claymation. So if you have clay, it doesn't have to be Lego pieces, paper. So there are a bunch of things. For this one though, for this animation one, you need a phone to do it, okay? So that's the animation.